morning everybody. Hope you're all well. Saturday, another week gone, so tick that one off the box. I thought I'd just give you a bit of a ramble this morning. It was an early start for me today because Saturday is the day that I make my way down to the bake shop, which is in Cheadle where I live, and it's a case of get down there early and you can get your fresh baked bread. So that's where I've been. I was down there just on 8:30, but when I got up I walked into the bathroom and sort of did my face and whatever, and I stood looking at myself and I thought, I can't go out like this, I must do something, because ever since I've started doing these eyebrows, the first thing that hits me when I look in the mirror in the morning when I get out of bed is, oh my God, do something with them. So I did. I was there in my nightie, and I thought, right, I'll do my eyebrows. So I'm going away, and every day I seem to learn something different in doing these eyebrows. So I did them, and then of course once you've done your eyebrows, I thought, oh gosh, I really ought to do something with my eyes. So I did the eyes as well, and that was Justice and Moon. Put some highlighter under the brows and highlight around my eyes, and so put some mascara on. I thought, oh, that's better, and then I thought, well, as I'm well finish the rest off. So I'm there putting my BFF on and just a touch, put the contour lines in, and I thought, right, okay, well, inevitably the lipstick had to go on then, so out comes Rossi. Put some Rossi on, dabbed it on my cheeks with a bit of VB on my cheeks as well, and I thought, right, that's okay, I'm ready to face the world. By this time it's sort of, it was about 8:20, and I thought, blimey. So went to the wardrobe, thought, right, what shall I put on today? So I decided I'd have another dress day, especially seeing as I've done my legs with my fake tan. So dresses out. I thought, well, it's a bit cool, so better put a cardigan on, because I knew I would end up, just put my glasses back on, I knew I would end up queuing at the bread shop, so I thought, oh, put a cardigan on, that'll be fine with that. I tell you what, when I stood in the queue I thought, no, it should have been a coat, but still, never mind. So I got my fresh bread, and I don't eat a lot of bread, to be honest, but if I buy some on Saturday, it'll do me for the rest of the week. I buy a small wholemeal loaf and I buy some wholemeal baps, and I always treat myself as well to a vanilla slice. That's my one weekly treat from the bread shop. So got down there, stood in the queue, waited and got served, dithering because I was thinking, oh, it is cold. Now, our car park, you have to start paying from 9:30, so I thought, right, I'll just nip along and see if the shop's open along the high street. We've got a Savers shop, which is all household goods, cleaning and equipment, etc., hair stuff, makeup, you name it, you can get it in there. Anyhow, they were open, so I went in. Because when I was doing my eyebrows this morning, the small pencil that I was using, I did sharpen it up some more, But I thought, this is coming to the end of its days, so I need to think about, you know, what I'm going to do. So I went into the sailor's shop, and I managed to pick up another eyebrow pencil with a spoolie brush on the side. It wasn't very expensive, that wasn't. But of course, then you're browsing and you're looking, aren't you? And I saw this tattoo brow, it's called, and I thought, oh, that might be something a bit different. So I'm sort of peering at it in the shop. Well, my eyesight is not good, and to try and read that was like virtually impossible. And then the instructions were here, and I mean, even now, without my other glasses on, I have a job to see it. But in there is a tube and a spoolie brush. So we'll see what happens when I use that. I've become obsessed with these eyebrows now. There's no two ways about it. And what I also picked up, and again, my friend Helen over in Holland, she did suggest putting some gel on, just to give them a bit of a sparkle lift. So this is a clear gel. I don't know what make it is. I can't see. Oh, it's a Rimmel. Is that Rimmel? I don't know. Oh, that's Maybelline, and that's Rimmel, and this is clear gel. So I can have a bit of fun again, perfecting what I'm doing, and every day is a little bit different, so we'll get there. The other thing in there was I did have a quick look at the nail polishes, because I don't know if you'd noticed, but I have started to get my nails something like, and I did put some nail polish on, but I've only got a couple of bottles of different colours, because all my nails were done at the beautician's, so I didn't need nail polish at home. So anyhow, I had a look, but I didn't see anything. What else has been going on? Well, the dog wash yesterday. Oh my God. I tell you what, dog groomers, they should be key workers, I think, because to try and wash your own dog, especially if it's a hairy dog like Archie's turning into, you need more than one pair of hands, I tell you. Anyhow, we did manage the wash, and then I was drying him, and I'd got some little scissors, and I thought, well, if I could just trim around his eyes and his mouth, you know, oh dear. I managed to get a little bit off, but it just wasn't working. And he was getting stressed out, I was getting stressed out, so I thought, oh, forget it. So a plea to Boris, please put the dog groomers that they can open up before too long. Surely they can work that out somewhere along the line. You don't need to be in there with your dog. It's your groomer and your dog. So anyhow, that's my tip. The other thing, I've lived in this house, I think I've mentioned, 10 years. I was born in Cheadle, but when I got married at the tender age of 19, I moved to Teen, and for 37 years while I was married, we lived in Teen in various other houses. But then when I decided, through circumstances, that I'd got to buy my own house, I decided to move back to Cheadle, where I was born, which is only 3 miles away from Teen, but it's where my son and daughter-in-law and grandsons live. and I thought, well, I'll move back to Cheadle. And so I've been back in Cheadle for 10 years. But you know what, with lockdown, I'm discovering areas that I haven't seen for years and years, particularly with the doggy walks. And yesterday I found another one going over the stile into a field, down over another stile. And when I eventually got my bearings and I realised where I was fine, like, you know. And I thought, gosh, I didn't know this pathway was virtually behind my house. So lockdown has had some advantages, I think, for us in revisiting our past if you've moved back into an area, and also appreciating what we've got in our own areas. So today I shall go on off and do another doggy walk, and who knows, perhaps I'll find somewhere different again. So Saturday, end of the week, yeah, let me just share with you, yesterday I had two nice surprises actually. I don't know how many of you have realised, but I do know on some of my videos it is visible that I actually wear hearing aids. I'm hearing impaired. Some would say I'm deaf, but I prefer to say I'm hearing impaired. And I had a call at the beginning of the week from the opticians where I have my hearing aids sorted, and he was just checking that everything was okay. I think I'm due a review before too long. And I said, yeah, no problem. I said, the only thing is, I said, I am getting low on batteries. Don't worry, Val, I'll sort them for you. So yesterday I got a little envelope with supply of some batteries in, which I thought was really good service from Specsavers, where I have my hearing done. So that was the first thing. And then I got an email yesterday, which was a firm of solicitors, and without going into a lot of detail, it was connected to a PPI thing, you know, claim that I'd forgotten all about, to be honest. And I'd had a couple of correspondence and conversations. Anyhow, the upshot is I'm going to have a little windfall, because yes, I have been successful with one of the claims that was underway. So I thought, oh, that's a nice surprise. So you know what, ladies, what I am going to do when I get my little windfall is I'm going to earmark some of that, and I am definitely going to look to having the microblading done. I never thought I would say that, but everybody's been so positive about the experience, and certainly for me, I have been so amazed at what a difference it makes when you do cover your eyebrows from that little thin wispy bit. So yeah, my windfall, some of it will be earmarked for that. So that's something to look forward to when we get out of lockdown and the beauticians are reopened, etc. So that's me for today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you all find something new or something different to do, because I think that's the key to helping us through the situation that we're in. I love seeing everybody else now. There's more people seem to have got the confidence to put some of the videos on, and I hope you get as much enjoyment out of it as I do. And I do respond to people when they say that it's the first time, and I just want to give encouragement to everybody, because we're all in it together. We're all one big happy family, and long live Trini. That's all we can say. So have a good day, everybody, and I'll speak to you soon.